Okay, we sent out 2 picks last night, made a video of BSDM and YGE, so I'm going to go over those today, how we did them in our live trading chat room at greatstockpicks.com. You can see BSDM did hit our catalyst prices on an intraday basis, but then closed near its lows. Certainly didn't hold up as well as we had wanted it to. Switching to 5-minute candles, actually I should probably switch to 2 so you can see right off the bat it put in a narrow range in the first 2 minutes with a high of 520. I was hoping for a narrow range for the first 5 minutes or so at least, and then we would have bought the break of the early high, hoping that could get us to the 531 catalyst and then knock down the other prices we told you, 539 and 549. However, this is somebody, one of my members asked me before the market opened today, which it's a question I often get. They said, hey Mike, do you have any favorites today? And I did say BSDM, out of everything on my watch list, had the most explosive potential this morning. So that's, whenever I have something that I really think can go, that's what I give all my attention to for the opening 5 or 10 minutes. So having said that, once it broke that 520 after 2 minutes, I had no choice but to just say, okay, the trigger price is close. And the good thing about it, 531 is where we called it, that its early low was 515. So you're looking at the worst case, even if you put a low of day stop, 16, 17 cents, something like that. So when it got to 530, started buying because it held 530 for a couple seconds and then broke. But 531 trigger, these are 2-minute candles. So 2, 4, 6, 8 minutes later, it's at 557. We're getting huge volume. It's breaking all the catalysts we talk about. I was thinking, hey, maybe this can go to 6, which would be a great percentage gain for one day. However, what we teach is, and anytime you get a trigger and you get momentum like this, we always start selling in parts. So, I sold some at 540. I sold some up above 550. And then as it reversed, I kept a few because I kept 1,000 shares actually with a 530, with a break-even stop, thinking, hey, this could still possibly be hit 6 today because BSDM can move at times. Having said that, then it finally came down and got the rest of my my position right there, and you can see it didn't close very well, closed near its low. So Mark Douglas, who wrote Trading in the Zone, 3 words that I always remind people that Mark Douglas talks about. I always remind my chat room members, anything can happen, okay? Daily, let me get today's trading out of there, over these 2 candles high, and then when you get through the high from this big day, this could have easily seen 6 as quickly as BSDM can move at times. You see scattered green candles throughout the chart that have pretty good size to them. Another one here. That could have easily hit 6, but you always trade with that thinking anything can happen. In other words, it doesn't mean it's going to 6. It can easily reverse, and as you can see, it did. So not a huge trade, but still I had a nice trade in BSDM. Didn't last very long, reversed fairly quickly. So the other one we called was YGE. Remember, the chart looked like this. Nope. Looked like this when I put it out. Loved it at 1070. It ended up gapping up and opening all the way up at almost 1090. So it took some of the wind out of its sails, and at that point, it didn't give any kind of clean setup until when it looked like this. I did say, hey, you've got a nice stair-step pattern on 15. These are 15-minute candles. So 1079 on the next candle, if it can break this candle's high with a worst case stop 1071, could get it going. And it went from 1079 to 1086 on the next 15-minute candle. And I told everybody what we really want to see is a high of day break, and then maybe it makes a run to 11. So don't let this cost you now. I kind of have an unwritten rule, but I say it enough, and it may be in writing somewhere on the site. If I get a nickel or move more in my favor and the stock comes back to break even, there may be another entry later. There's no reason to let it kill you. So rarely do I even let the whole stop work. And in this case, I'm not even opposed to putting a little bit in your pocket. And then, if you take a quick nickel, 6-7 cents on half, then you can have 6 or 7 cents leeway on the back half, and you're still looking at a net flat trade. Give you a little wiggle room. So something, I teach our members on a regular basis. But having said all that, YGE didn't follow through. Some better examples, and again, PCL wasn't even on my watch list going into today. So this is an example of something that we find a lot of stuff just on the fly. And PCL, Plum Creek Timber, big sell-off here right out of the gate this morning. Okay, and using a method that we teach, I did call PCL using one of my favorite methods actually, at 39.28. So somewhere right about there, with a stop 4 cents below that never got hit. Stop was right here at 39.24. So 39.28, actually to be more accurate, the entry was on this green candle, not on the red one. We don't buy on the way down. So on 4 cents risk, 39.28. This did make it to 39.77 by the end of the day, but even right after the entry, a pretty nice run there. Again, 4 cents risk, so real nice one there. And then NVIDIA, everyone's been watching this thing lately. NVIDIA sure looks like a short. I mean, you know, this thing has just been getting way ahead of itself, on fire. And then so today it gaps up, and I never did catch a short for the room. I really wanted to short this one, but then when I saw it selling off like this, then I said, you know what, I've got to start looking long. As strong as this has been lately, I bet we get a nice bounce in this one. And again, using a method that we teach called NVIDIA at 20.01. So I believe it was right there. Worst case stop, in this case 15 cents below. So a little bit of a wider stop, but still 15-cent stop on a $20 stock. Not bad at all. And from 20.01, this thing ends up making it almost a 21 at one point on 15 cents risk. Okay, so another nice one there. And then I had to leave after half a day. I had to take my son to his semi-annual neurologist appointment. So I said goodbye to the members, left the chat room open for them to converse with each other, and we'll be back up and at it tomorrow morning, and you know, hope to find some good setups tomorrow. We try to, you know, do that every day. Look for the low risk stuff. I'm real patient. It's kind of a new mantra this year. I'm really patient, and I also build a list of picks for tomorrow, like I did like BSDM and YGE. But oftentimes, you know, the market opens and we end up finding a big sell-off, and we fade it like PCL. So you never know what's going to happen on any given day. But anyway, I'm going to quit babbling, and we'll send out another free pick next week and a highlight video tomorrow night with what we do in tomorrow's chat room. So have a great night.